Are we at the peak of the flu season?
Well, the answer is likely, and maybe even on the way down. If you look at the curves,
We're just over the peak of.
well, it went up, it went down, it went up, and then now it's starting to come back down
Talking
again.
about the ordinary flu we have every year. About how many Americans, if you had to estimate, have flu this year?
There are probably around 30+ million infections, a couple of 100,000 hospitalizations.
In the United States?
In the United States.
And how many Americans die every year from what we call the flu?
You know, it ranges from a low year of 15 to 20,000 to the high year that we had in 2017-18, which was about 70+ people.
About 70,000 people.
In one of the worst years.
In one of the worst years.
Yeah.
The flu is a respiratory disease like coronavirus. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Well, how do you know if you have the flu as opposed to coronavirus?
Well, the definitive test would be to get a test for the flu or a test for the coronavirus.
So you'd need a test.
There is overlap in symptoms. The situation with coronavirus is predominantly fever and a lower respiratory infection, as opposed to an upper respiratory infection starting off with, and then you might get a pulmonary involvement, which is flu.
What's a lower respiratory?
Your lung, as opposed to sore throat, sinusitis, sneezing. When you have lung involvement, you can get that with flu, but usually it's upper respiratory and then lower.
So fever and a cough is...
Fever and a cough can be for either of them.
Okay, what should you do if you have fever and a cough?
Well, it depends on the circumstance. I mean, if you're in the middle of a flu season right now and you have fever and a cough, obviously, if you have a cough, it could be a pneumonia. You should see a physician. Certainly, if you're a person in a risk group, elderly or underlying condition, during the flu season, you should see a physician because we do have antivirals for flu, and you could be helped by doing that.